Have you ever heard of a village where almost everyone is a dwarf? Or a town built entirely on a single, massive rock? How about a place where the dead outnumber the living 1,000 to 1? The world is full of strange and wonderful places, but some villages are so bizarre, they seem to have leaped straight out of a fantasy novel. Today, we're embarking on a journey to explore the strangest villages on Earth. These are communities that defy logic, challenge our understanding of normal, and will absolutely blow your mind. From a village where people communicate by whistling to an entire town that lives underground, get ready for an adventure you won't forget. Stick around because you have to see this to believe it. First up, let's travel to the remote mountains of southern China to a place known as Yangsi. This village has baffled scientists for decades, earning it the nickname Dwarf Village. Why? Because a staggering percentage of its residents are dwarfs. Out of a population of just a few hundred, dozens are dwarfs, standing no taller than about 3 feet 10 inches. This is far, far higher than the global average. The phenomenon reportedly began many years ago, and while locals have their own legends, some involving ancient curses or strange food scientists, have been unable to pinpoint a definitive cause. They've tested the water, the soil, and the food, and even studied the residents' genes, but the reason remains a mystery. Imagine living in a place where being unusually short is completely normal. Yangsi is a truly unique community where size, or the lack of it, has shaped a way of life that is unlike anywhere else on the planet. Now, let's head over to Spain, to a place that looks like it's being crushed by a giant rock. Welcome to Setenil de las Bodegas. This isn't just a village built near a rock. It's a village built asterisk into asterisk a rock. For centuries, residents have used the massive rock overhangs of a gorge as the roofs of their homes. Walking through the streets, you look up and see solid stone instead of the sky. The houses are literally caves, but with modern facades built onto the front. This clever design has some amazing benefits. The rock provides natural insulation, keeping homes cool in the scorching summer heat and warm in the winter. It's a brilliant example of humans adapting to their environment in the most creative way possible. The town is famous for its delicious chorizo and other cured meats, which are aged in these natural stone cellars. Setenil de las Bodegas is a stunning testament to human ingenuity and a must-see for anyone who loves unique architecture. From a village under a rock, we now go to a village on a rock. Let's journey to the West African nation of Mali, to the incredible village of Bamba. This settlement is perched precariously along the Bandiagara Escarpment, a massive sandstone cliff that stretches for nearly 100 miles. The Dogon people, who inhabit this region, built their homes, granaries, and altars directly into the face of the cliffs. Some of these structures are hundreds of feet off the ground, accessible only by treacherous climbs or rope ladders. Why did they build in such an inaccessible place? The primary reason was for defense. The cliffs provided a natural fortress against invaders. The Dogon culture is rich and complex, with intricate mythologies and astronomical knowledge that has fascinated researchers for years. Their clifftop villages are not just homes. They are a living museum of a culture that has thrived in one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth, ready to go underground. Our next stop is Coober Pedy, in the heart of the Australian outback. From the surface, it might not look like much, just a dusty, pockmarked landscape under a relentless sun. But the real town is hidden beneath your feet. Coober Pedy is known as the opal capital of the world, and since the early 20th century, miners have been digging for these precious stones. To escape the extreme desert temperatures, which can soar well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, they started building their homes underground. These dugouts are not just simple holes in the ground. They are complete, comfortable homes with multiple rooms, modern amenities, and even underground churches, hotels, and shops. The temperature inside these subterranean dwellings stays at a constant, pleasant level all year round, no air conditioning needed. Living in Coober Pedy is a surreal experience, a hidden world where life thrives in the cool, quiet dark beneath the scorched earth. Now for something completely different. Let's travel to the Canary Islands, specifically to the island of La Gomar. Here, in the misty, mountainous interior, lies a village where people don't always use words to communicate. Instead, they whistle. This unique language is called Silbo Gomero, and it's a whistled form of Spanish. It was developed centuries ago by the island's original inhabitants, the Guanches, as a way to communicate across the deep ravines and steep valleys. A skilled whistler can be heard over 2 miles away. The language has different pitches and tones that correspond to vowels and consonants, allowing them to convey complex messages. It's not just a few simple signals. It's a fully developed language. For a while, Silbo Gomero was at risk of disappearing, but it's now a protected cultural treasure and is even taught in schools on the island. Imagine having a full conversation with someone on another mountain just by whistling. Our next stop takes us to the Philippines, to a village with a very unusual living arrangement. In the province of Benguet, you'll find the Hanging Coffins of Sagada. For over 2,000 years, the Igorot people have practiced this unique burial ritual. Instead of burying their dead in the ground, they place them in small, carved wooden coffins and suspend them from the faces of limestone cliffs. The belief is that this brings the deceased closer to the heavens and their ancestral spirits. It also keeps the bodies safe from animals and floods. The process is a community affair, with the elderly often carving their own coffins before they pass away. Seeing these coffins, some centuries old, clinging to the cliffs is a powerful and somewhat eerie sight. It's a profound tradition that offers a different perspective on life, death, and how we honor our ancestors. The village of Sagada is not just a place to live. It's a sacred landscape where the spirits of the past watch over the present. Let's head to Japan for our next strange village. Nagoro, located on the island of Shikaku, is often called the Valley of the Dolls. As you walk through this remote village, you'll find that you are vastly outnumbered by life-size scarecrows. The population of Nagoro has dwindled over the years, with young people leaving for the cities and the elderly passing away. A local resident, Tsukimi Ayano, started creating these dolls to combat the loneliness and to memorialize her former neighbors. Now, there are over 350 of these scarecrows and only a couple dozen human residents. The dolls are posed in realistic positions all over the village, sitting in the abandoned schoolhouse, waiting at bus stops, working in the fields. It's both a haunting and a strangely touching sight. The village has become a tourist attraction, drawing visitors who are curious about this quiet community populated by silent, stuffed effigies. It's a poignant art project that tells a story about rural decline and the power of memory. Finally, let's sail to a place that seems more like a waterworld fantasy than a real-life village. Off the coast of Brunei lies Kampong Ayer, the world's largest water village. This isn't just a few houses on stilts. It's a sprawling community of over 40 interconnected villages, all built on stilts over the Brunei River. More than 10,000 people call this place home. They have their own schools, mosques, police stations, and fire brigades, all on stilts, connected by a maze of wooden walkways and bridges. Speedboats act as water taxis, zipping people from one part of the village to another or to the mainland. Despite its aquatic nature, Kampong Ayer is a vibrant, modern community with electricity, running water, and satellite TV. It's a city on water that has existed for over 1,300 years, a stunning example of a culture that has perfectly adapted to a life on the river. From underground cities and clifftop dwellings to villages of dolls and whistlers, the world is full of communities that push the boundaries of what we consider normal. These places show us the incredible diversity of human culture and our amazing ability to adapt and thrive in even the most unusual environments. Each of these villages tells a unique story about history, survival, and the human spirit. Which one of these strange villages would you most like to visit? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.